Hello everyone, your intellectual movie guru here, and welcome to another installment of Realm of Flix, the segment where I go deep diving into public domain, and I look for something either I've never seen before in my life, or something I've seen at least once in my life. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. I was given a request by an associate of mine by the name of Killerrodan. He's another movie reviewer that I have known for many, many years, and I'm going to put his stuff in the description down below. He gave me an interesting request. He wanted me to react to a few Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes episodes. Now, the thing is, the Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes episodes aren't exactly public domain, but they're considered forgotten cinema. In terms of Ronald Howard, he was one of the other well-known names in terms of portraying Sherlock Holmes, aside from Basil Rathbone. And when it came to Basil Rathbone was well known in the movie series of the old school Sherlock Holmes, while Ronald Howard was in a more vintage style Sherlock Holmes, but he did the television series, which I always thought was interesting. It was a series that I watched as a kid. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I am a big fan of Ronald Howard. I love how he portrays Sherlock Holmes. So just for Killerrodan, I will do a couple reactions to Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes. Today's reaction is going to be called The Christmas Pudding. This was one that I do remember watching as a kid, but I don't remember it that good. But it was one of the first ones that he told me that I should react to. So, without further ado, get your favorite drinking beverage, get your favorite snacking item, and we're going to dive right on into Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes. Alright, let's get this started. Wow. It's been a good minute since I've seen this, man. Jeez. Yep, starring Ronald Howard. And H. Marion Crawford. He plays as John Watson. I actually like this version of John Watson a little more than the one used for Basil Rathbone. But you'll also tell that Ronald Howard has his own little spin on Sherlock Holmes versus Basil Rathbone. This is actually really exciting.
John Henry Norton.
Wow.
You have been tried and have been found guilty of murder in the first degree.
Murder.
It is never with pleasure that this court metes out punishment, no matter how richly deserved. How much more painful becomes the task in this season of goodwill toward men. Nevertheless, it only remains for me to ask if you have anything to say before I pass sentence upon you.
I remember this actor here in the middle. The one that's on the not that guy, but the one that's being tried.
John Henry Norton.
He's in a lot of episodes of the Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes. I remember that as much. Yeah, him. He's in a lot of episodes.
By the neck until you are dead. And may God have mercy upon your soul. Remove the prisoner.
John!
Oh, never mind, my darling. Just remember to bring me my Christmas pudding.
John?
It's a long way between a sentence and the end of a rope, Mr. Holmes. I'll kill you before I die. I swear it. Court's adjourned.
Yeah, I don't remember this episode, but I know it's going to be good. Usually when Killerrodan requests something special like this, it's going to be something good. He likes keeping me on the edge of my seat.
Christmas. My Christmas began the moment that man was out of sight. And yet Mrs. Norton, number 6, still believes in him. It's incredible, isn't it? Testimonial to his charm, Watson. Charm being the first requisite of every Bluebeard. Yes, let me see. What is it? 3 widows, 2 spinsters. You really had him the one before last. Yes, and I would have if the star witness hadn't bolted. Holmes, that threat he made against you. Oh, Watson, remind me to buy another A string, will you? Of course, I know it's all ridiculous, but why do you think he should indulge in such a bluff? Well, you know, the criminal mind travels in devious channels, Watson. However, don't worry, old chap, because if he sends me cyanide, I just won't take it. Let me play you a carol, Watson.
Christmas pudding.
Found this letter box. No, thank you, Watson. What is it?
Soon.
Well, what does that mean? John Henry Norton, striking terror. From prison? He has friends outside. What are you going to do? I'm going to Newgate Prison.
Newgate Prison. Well, that is a funny name.
For example, his food is served already cut, bones removed on wooden dishes, wooden spoons and forks. All the furniture is still is fastened down. You can see it yourself if you wish.
Thank you, I should like to.
Christmas gifts for the inmates. Every parcel will be properly examined before it's handed on.
I see. Any for Norton?
None so far. This way, please.
Thank you.
Also, upon request of Killerrodan, for this particular episode, he wanted me to try and deduce the mystery of this episode. So I'm also going to do that. I'll probably pause in particular parts.
What do you want?
Just an inspection. Stay where you are.
I said soon, Holmes, but not quite this soon. Just wait. I'll get your neck between these 2 hands. How often do you inspect his bedding?
Every morning and evening.
Thank you. I think I've seen enough.
Don't everybody, Mr. Holmes. In just 10 days it'll all be over.
Yes, of course.
Soon, Holmes! Soon!
Soon! Soon, Holmes! Soon! Just some of the acting, man.
Well, I must say that visit put my mind at ease. It did? No, didn't it yours? Norton's whole career has been built on his ability to inspire confidence. I believe him, Watson.
What? You mean you think he's going to kill you?
I believe he's going to try.
But, my dear fellow, you've seen yourself. How could he get out?
That's the question, Watson.
Come in.
Mrs. Norton, sir.
Mrs. Norton,
How do you do, sir?
you have a present for your husband?
Just this, sir. A pudding I made for my husband. May I give it to him, please?
All parcels for prisoners have to be inspected, Mrs. Norton.
Yes, sir. That's what the guard said. Here it is. I'm not very much.
I would have let him
But I do make a
unwrap
nice Christmas pudding.
Well, I'm afraid I shall have to spoil its looks a bit. Still, I expect it will taste just as good.
Yeah, they have to check it. That was an interesting facial expression she gave there.
May I? I just so wanted to look nice.
Of course. Go ahead.
I don't understand. She unwraps it, and she wraps it. Why is that? Because I would think that the guy would unwrap it and rewrap it.
Mrs. Norton may see the prisoner.
I mean, I can understand why he's letting her, but
Well, I think we can make an exception in your case, Mrs. Norton. Yes, you may. Take
that
her
is
off.
strange,
Yes,
though.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I have to keep watching.
I'll take her myself. You have a visitor, Norton.
John. I bought your Christmas pudding. May I? There's brandy in it and tonic. Just the way you like it, John.
You're sweet and thoughtful, Beth. I've been looking forward to this.
I'm afraid it's cut up a bit, Norton. But your wife's not responsible for that. Regulations, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Is there anything else you want that I can bring you?
No, my dear, nothing. This is all the Christmas present I want. Thanks for letting her bring it to me, Warden.
Goodbye, John.
Damn. I mean, on the one hand, it's got to be really hard on her to see her husband on execution. What is with the pudding, though? I don't get it.
An ominous cloud continued to hang over our Baker Street flat, for all that either of us could do to dispel it. It was Christmas, but there was still...
See, what's getting me is literally she insisted on unwrapping the pudding, then rewrapping it. That's what's getting to me.
It's you.
Anything wrong?
No, nothing. I see you brought it.
Yes, well, no Christmas is complete on a Yule log, even if we do have to cut it up to fit city flats.
And
Now, anyhow, who was greeting me with a revolver? Is it Norton?
Do you believe in intuition, Watson?
What, you mean, sixth sense, that sort of thing?
Yes.
yeah, Sherlock's very
Why?
timid right now.
Well, I was going... No, it doesn't matter. It's this weather, you know.
You think he's going to escape, don't you?
What? He was still in prison at 4 o'clock. Oh, I see what you mean, Watson. You mean one mustn't underestimate the resourcefulness of men like Norton.
Oh, yeah.
No, naturally, of course not.
He's fueled by revenge.
Watson, I'd take it very kindly if you could, well, clear out of here for a week or so. Take a room at a hotel.
Oh, why?
Well, I've some research work to do on blood types, and I think I'd get through it much more quickly on my own. I'll foot the bill, of course.
Not.
All the same, I wish you'd go.
Nonsense.
I insist, Watson. There's no reason at all why you should risk your life.
Look here, man. Your danger is quite enough for me. Now, not another word, eh? I'll, make some tea. Nice hot cup of tea. Wonderful for the intuition.
Yeah, Sherlock's not used to people worrying about him. He never really did like people getting mixed up in personal affairs of his. If it's not, because the box was checked, the pudding was checked. What are you doing? Tearing up his own bed sheet. He's got the chain wrapped around it. Wait, why does he have... In the bar. Hold on. I want to rewind something. Hold on for a minute. Give me a minute. I wanna see something. Let me just see something real quick. Why does he have the string? Is it the string? Then he's wrapping the present again to make it look the same way that it did in. The something's gotta be, it's gotta be the string. Because also, it's the only thing that can make that line on the bar here. Look at that line there. It's as if he saw it, had something thin that he saw through the bar with. But it's a string. Could the string have been tampered with? I mean, the other thin thing would be the paper, but I don't see paper sawing through bars. I could see a string sawing through bars, but it'd have to be like a tampered string, like a very durable material. And we'll have to find out. But that's what I think. It's a nice gun.
Who is it?
It's Mr. Holmes, the governor of New Victoria.
Come in, sir.
Mr. Holmes, I've come to tell you
That Norton has escaped.
in view of his threats against your life, I felt you should be warned at once. What's more, I brought a policeman to stand guard at your entrance door all night.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful of you, Governor.
We're scouring the city for him now, but in this fog...
Yes, of course, I understand. When did he escape?
He was in his bunk around 2 o'clock, so it must have been between then and 2:30.
How did he get out?
The bars of his cell window were sawn through. Don't ask me how he managed it. He used his blanket to slide down to freedom. Time's for getting back. The Smith there will take orders from you till he's relieved.
I think it's the string. I think his wife tampered with the string and made it durable enough to saw the bar. That's what I think. So that's my hypothesis.
Let's see, get hold of a hacksaw. That's not important now, Watson. I want you to do something for me.
Yeah.
Norton is probably counting on the support of his wife. I want you to go to their house and make quite certain that he gets no help from that quarter.
But the police will be there already.
Well, we can't be sure of that. You see, the police are probably working on the theory that that's the last place on earth he'd go.
I see. You think he may be counting on them. All right, I'll go directly. I'm ready.
He's gonna knock him out, isn't he? Yep. I bet you he's gonna ditch his outfit and he's gonna dress as the constable. Because who's somebody you feel you can always trust that's a stranger, a police officer. That is genius, though. Plus, because it's a foggy night, no one will really see through his disguise.
It took me some time, what with the fog and the difficulty of getting a cab, to reach Mrs. Norton's flat. When I arrived, the police were already there, making sure that Mrs. Norton did not leave. Of course, Holmes had known they would be, and I suddenly realized he had pushed me out of the flat so that I would not be exposed to danger. I started back at once.
I figured Holmes was going to do that.
Robertson here.
Smith here. They're sitting me down here to see if everything is all right.
All quiet.
Both of them up there?
No. The doctor went off to Norton's phone.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Holmes is alone now.
Ah. Snug in bed while you stand here shivering, eh?
The fog does get into one's bones.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Not half.
Listen, I'll take over. There's a cabman's shelter over on the next street. The tea's hot and strong. Just had a cup myself.
Thanks. And keep your eyes open. They say that this Norton's a rough one.
Well, I can handle him.
Won't be more than 10 minutes.
Oh, don't hurry. Take your time.
Slick.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes?
I have a message for you from the warden, sir. Should I slip it under the door?
It's all right. I'll open the door. Mr. Holmes?
Yes, over here. You can leave the message on the table there.
Yes, sir. I'm holding a gun, Mr. Holmes. Don't move. I told you I'd get you, Mr. Holmes.
It's not real.
But I don't care. I've had my revenge.
Officer,
is John Norton, the man you want. Take him away.
Holmes! Are you all right?
Perfectly all right, thank you, Watson.
Illusion. Gotta love it.
Well, I must say that Mr. Norton, besides being an authority on poisons, was also a deadly shot.
Well, what happened?
Well, I was waiting here for him, and when he arrived, he destroyed what he thought was me.
So that's why you sent me on that fool's errand.
Well, I thought it was safer for you.
But you might have been killed. Really, Holmes, you must leave this sort of thing to people who are more used to it.
Oh, now, really, Watson, you don't mean to say that you're...
Now, you listen to me. The next time this sort of thing happens, I'm going to have you locked up for your own good. The very idea. I'm absolutely furious. Why, I just don't know. Sometimes I think you just need a nurse.
Someone passed him a hacksaw. I want that man. It's up to you to find him. I'll give you 24 hours. Otherwise, every guard who is on duty in that wing will be dismissed. Do you understand?
But, sir...
Find him. Those are orders.
He really thinks it's a hacksaw.
Come in, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson. I just issued an ultimatum by staff. I wanted to find the man who passed Norton that hacksaw.
Yes, so we heard.
I couldn't have believed that I had a man working for me who could be bribed. That's the only explanation.
Perhaps, and then again, perhaps not. There were some packages on this table. Gifts for the prisoners. Has anything arrived subsequently for Norton?
Yes, a pudding. But I examined it myself.
Well, that's hardly the place to hide a hacksaw, Holmes. No, I suppose not, Watson. Might we, inspect the cell, please?
If you wish, but you won't find anything there to help you, I'm afraid. His pudding came in that.
Here's your answer, Governor.
Oh, come now, Holmes. A cardboard box with a bit of fancy string round it.
Who passed this to Norton?
I did myself. After inspecting it, of course.
Well, this is what he used to saw through the bar.
You didn't fully inspect it.
Watch.
I knew it. It was a tampered string.
Now take a look at that.
Well, how's that possible?
What's the hardest substance known?
A diamond.
Well, this sort of string is usually made to glitter with an application of powdered glass. But if a section of it is made on a stronger base with a coating of diamond dust instead, then you have a very effective cutting tool indeed.
So technically I was
And you
right.
gave it to Norton yourself.
It was the string.
It's extraordinary.
A tampered
Not
string.
extraordinary at all, my dear Watson. Really quite ordinary. After all, diamond dust has been cutting steel for a good many years. Shall we go? Oh, Merry Christmas, Governor.
Of course. Merry Christmas, Dr. Holmes, Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson. A very Merry Christmas.
That's crazy. Alright, so let me pause this. Alright, so I could kind of see why he wanted me to react to this one. That was really good. That was a really good episode. I enjoyed that. Just seeing Ronald Howard and Marion Crawford do stuff together again, that was fun. And the fact that it was a tampered string. Remarkable. Yeah. I didn't think of diamond as the thing that was used to tamper the string, but you know, this was a different age back then. I thought that was a good episode. I could definitely tell this was a Christmas episode indeed. I thought the acting was good. I thought that everything was done good. I love the effects that they used to simulate snow, simulate the fog and all that. You could tell that it was fake, but at the same time, it was a really good fake. It was a very, very good fake. Honestly, that was a good episode. I'm gonna have to give that a I'm gonna give that episode an 8.5 out of 10. And 8.5 out of 10 is good enough. I know from my loose memory that there are better episodes of the Ronald Howard Sherlock Holmes. The ones that Killerrodan requested me to review were some I've never heard of. But they are going to be interesting in their own way. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to stick with that. So yeah, I want to let everybody know. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it all. Hopefully, YouTube won't give me a slap in the face when it comes to uploading this onto YouTube and everything. But yeah, until the next review or Realm of Flix reaction. Later, everybody.